Hello wonderful people. Welcome to the Paydirt and Crafting Guide. Today you will learn how the new Paydirt system works and how it affects crafting. Let's get stuck in. Head over to the dealership and buy yourself a vehicle. A van is a good option for storage and I'd suggest the Rumpo for the price. Now head over to Peaceful Garage to collect your new vehicle. Take out your vehicle and head to the nearest clothing shop to buy a bag. Now head over to U-Tool to buy yourself a basic pickaxe. Before you enter, make sure you have the talent for the basic pickaxe unlocked via your talent tree. Use F3, General then Talent Tree. You can get a steel pickaxe and a diamond pickaxe, but you will need to craft those. Get back in your vehicle and head over to the Paydirt mine at Davis Quartz. Once you arrive at the mine, find an empty spot anywhere in the mine and start mining the rock. You no longer need to be in the pit of the mine to mine for Paydirt. If you enter the pit, you will see big boulders around the pit and they can be mined with a steel or diamond pickaxe, which will give you premium Paydirt. You will need to level your talent tree for those better rocks. You will need to fuel the refinery with coal, which can be found on the walls of the rocks in the mine or by processing normal Paydirt. Once you have what you need, head over to the processing plant. Before you can process any Paydirt, you will need to have the amateur processor talent, which is the first talent on the left in mineralogy. Go to the processing stand and process your Paydirt. You can walk around while this is happening and even go back to the mine to collect more Paydirt. It's client-sided so no one can take your items. After processing all your Paydirt, you should have another talent point for amateur smelter. You will need to create fuel coal to use the refinery. You can do this at the processing table. Take your fuel coal or to the refinery to smelt it for resources. Repeat the last step and this one for all the ore. Once you have refined all the ore you should have enough XP to unlock basic gems on the crafting talent tree. Now you can cut your uncut gems on the processing table so you can craft them into jewelry. Once you have refined what you need, head to the crafting building in Harmony. Once you have arrived at the crafting building, find a spot inside by one of the stations and use your gold and gems to make jewelry. Once you have made the jewelry, head to the pawn shop on Route 68. Go inside the pawn shop and sell your jewelry. There is an ATM outside to deposit the money. Once you have some further talents in the mining and mineralogy trees, you can go to the ore mine on Great Chaparral. Once you arrive at the mine, you must run down the mine shaft to find the cave system. You will need to go to this mine to collect resources for the steel pickaxe. There's a couple of entrances to the mine and at the entrance of each one you will see a minecart which you can deposit your ores and Paydirt in to collect at the locker inside the small building outside. That's the basics of mining, processing and crafting. Get to work guys.